Hi, welcome to Chrissie Crafts. I'm Chrissie. Come and see what's on my hook and needles, what's in my hoop, and what's happening at home. Everything's so manic here. Getting back into the routine of kids at school and back to work and projects and freelance projects I'm doing, and husband going back to work because he teaches and the term's starting. And I got this family weekly planner that has all our names. You could have a space for all the names up top and all that jazz. I've had it for like 2 weeks and I still haven't hung it up. Like, it is living on my kitchen table, and when we're eating, then it moves over to the counter, then it moves back to the kitchen table. That's how loony I am. But I get this planner to try to plan my life, and I can't even hang it up. I probably need to write in on the day, hang the calendar, because it's heavy, so I need like a hook. And I had such good thoughts and high aspirations being organized, but it'll probably just like stay on the counter all year long. It's lovely and cool outside, and that just means for me it's the proper start of yarn season. It's like the time when you just want to snuggle up underneath some crochet and get some new yarns and get hooking and making projects, and it's cuddly and cozy and putting on your scarves and mittens, and I love it. And with embroidery as well, there's really gorgeous autumnal hues outside that are really inspiring me to get some jewel tone threads and make something really beautiful. So I just feel like it's like the start of a new year and everything's kicking off and getting crafty. Anyway, let's talk about what's on my hook. You'll be pleased to know that the Circle and Squares granny blanket is ready, nearly finished. I got, 72 squares. Oh, it's pretty. So I finally finished the extra 2 rows that I wanted to make, and I added them on, and then I've started a border. I really don't have any border in mind for this. I don't want anything too fancy or frilly because it's for yoga, so it just needs to drape over me at the end of the yoga session. So I don't want anything with lots of holes in it. So, and I'm kind of running low on yarn, and I really don't want to have to buy any for this. I mean, I'm happy to buy another taupey color, but so what I started first is just did a basic double crochet around the edge of the entire blanket with the taupe color. Then I took what scraps I had left in my little basket. There is not much left. There's a lot of pink. I don't know why, but maybe I had a couple balls of pink and not as many of the other colors. So I started going around with the purple and realized I'm not going to have enough to get all the way around. And then I realized I probably wouldn't have enough of all of it, barring the pink. I'm just experimenting right now. So I did one short side in the purple, and then around the corner, and up one long side. Then I swapped to the orange. I'm doing one short side in the orange, and then going down the long side. And then I've done another row of double crochet with single crochet in the US with the taupe, and I'll probably do another one, and then I'll take like the pink and the turquoise and go around the opposite way, half and half, whatever. I don't really know. I might hate it all and rip it all back and then just do completely taupe a bunch of times, make a really deep border, or I might do just pink stripes. I don't really know. Suggestions welcome. I don't want to detract too much from the circles. I just think they're really fun and happy colors and really look nice. So I don't want anything too zippy. So we'll see what happens. Look at all that. No, I haven't wound in the ends yet. No. Heavens no. Hate doing that. I'm thinking possibly of taking this up to Yarndale and just weaving in ends as and when, because I think I'm going to be chattering away too much to really concentrate on a proper project. So I might just bring a tapestry needle and just weave in the ends all evening long. We shall see. So yes, I'm going up to Yarndale. We're leaving on Friday. I'm going with my friend Sarah from Annaboo's house and Sharna from Sweet Sharna on Instagram, who I haven't met yet. I followed her for ages, and her Instagram feed is so beautiful that I'm just swooning over her feed, so I'm sure it'll be lovely. So we're going to share the drive up north, and I've been practicing my northern accent. I shouldn't do this. This is really awful, but I'm right chuffed. I'm sure that's rubbish, but I'm trying. Because lots of people trying American accents on me, and it's sweet when they do. I think I'm like touched that they're trying, and it's funny. So I'm right chuffed. I don't think I'll go up saying that to everybody up north, but I don't know if I'll keep this bit in. This is just really silly. Anyway, I have some Yarndale things. So I'm going to be taking a bat. Last year I wore a denim jacket with Crochet Girl Gang written on the back, and we had badges and everything all over them, and it was really fun. I'm normally not a denim jacket person, but we were part of a gang, so we did, and it was a good time. So this year I'm going to probably take a bunch of the badges off of there and put it onto I have a plain canvas bag. I'm just going to start tarting up with all sorts of goodies. And I recently got this pin. It is Jodie Carleton Rickrac. Instagram is jodiericrac. I'll put all the details down below. Oops. It comes in different colors. There's a blue one. I can't remember. I just saw the pink and I went for that one. Isn't that gorgeous? So that'll be on the Yarndale bag. This one is amazing. Komodo Krafts. See the card. How do you stash yours? And it's, well, you can see. The best thing about this, all the proceeds are going to breast cancer care. So I will definitely put the details down below, and you can get one of these badges and support a very good cause and have a very good giggle with that. And finally, from Catherine at Crafternoon Treats, I have a pair of Yarndale earrings. Look! Aren't they darling? She has them available as stitch markers as well, but I think earrings will be really fun at Yarndale with the Yarndale sheep. Not much else has been on the hook other than the blanket, because I'm just trying to get that done. I'm trying to be monogamous with my whips so that I could just plow through and get one done. That's not going to last long because it's just taking too long, and I really want to get more progress done on my Laula shawl. I'm not going to show it because I haven't really made much progress from last time, but I'm desperate to get stuck into it, so I want to get this border done. The autumn garland is out in my living room at the mantle. That's a pattern from my friend Kate from Just Pootling. She did for Simply Crochet. Was it last year? I think it was. It's the autumn garland that they made into a wreath in the magazine, and she has it as a garland, and it is so lovely and fun. And the best bit of all, this year the girls, my daughters, both started asking when they went back to school, can we get the garland out? They remember it, and then they love it, and they wanted to hang it up, and it's really lovely. That made me really happy, because you expect that for Christmas and for Halloween, but just for autumn in general, to remember this leafy garland with little pumpkins and acorns. Well, that's really sweet. So I was very pleased to dig that out and hang that up again. One other bit of news is that I've added a new thread on my Ravelry page. It's the Ravelry group Chrissie Crafts Life is One Big Whip. You can find the details below. I am adding a little thread on tips and tricks because I know I like sharing tips and tricks on this show when I can, but I thought it's hard to remember all of them all the time, so I'm going to start a thread and put the tips on there. I've put 2 on, I think, so far. I'll go through and keep adding, but please feel free to add your own ideas as well. I think it'd be really fun to get ideas from everyone else, and really good ones. I'll if anything is especially helpful, I'll mention it on here as well. So go there and join up and share some ideas. So next, what's on my needles? Still the Match and Move shawl, still that one thing, but I'm making progress, and I want to show you my progress because I'm proud of myself with this. Da, 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 da. Yay! Look! I'm so happy. Oh, it's a bib. I'm so pleased. Look how pretty that is. I love those colors. It's Hillview Farm. It's getting better. My tension's definitely getting there. I'm really having so much fun with it. And I've added some rows. That's that. I'm getting all sorts of little RSI niggles. Like when I'm knitting, there's like a muscle here that's hurting. Oh, it's such a hard job, such a workout. But is anyone else experiencing this part of my arm? I got a really bad boo-boo. I don't even know how I did that, but ignore that. It looks awful on the camera. Looks like I was in a fist fight. Watch out. Anyway, so this ache with how I'm knitting, I it's garter stitch. Just any tips? Because I know the stretches you do with your neck, and I've had, you know, crochet elbow and everything like that, but this is a new one. Maybe one of these. I'm going to come out with a DVD. Chrissie's yarn workout. Oh, that feels nice. Yeah, maybe I will. Forget Davina. Forget Jane Fonda. I'll have my own little yarny workout DVD series. So I mentioned last time that I'm looking for another pattern to cast on. And I was thinking about doing like a poncho and stockinette stitch, but I thought, actually I need something faster because this shawl is going to take me forever. If I get another knitting project that's going to take me forever with like 4-ply yarn, I'm going to lose my mojo that I'm still developing. So I want to find a mitten pattern. So if anybody has a mitten pattern, let me know. But I found in my stash some super chunky, I have like 5 skeins of this Paloma, Debbie Bliss Paloma. I got it on sale from Pins and Needles and Grayshott. It is so like light as a feather. Beautiful coral color, like pinky salmon. Oh, I don't know. Like a salmony pink color, I suppose. Very pale. Anyway, but lovely. And I was thinking this would be really fun. Knit it up into something simple and quick. And so I went on Ravelry and looked around, and this is the road, I printed out in black and white, the road to Gimmerton. It is like a cardigan. If I can, I'll put a little picture in. If I can't, just look at that. It's like a little short sleeve cardigan, 2 buttons, but it looks really quick, and it said it was very easy to do, and the reviews were all positive, and yeah, it's super chunky yarn. 15 millimeter circular knitting needles, so pretty big. And so I think I might give it a go. There. I've said that with conviction. So moving on to embroidery. What's in my hoop? I finished a little embroidery, which I framed. I don't know if the glare, will you be able to see it? It's a bit of a glare. Ooh, it's my little motto, life is one big whip, that I've embroidered onto a vintage doily. What I love about the doily, you could see it's a bit tattered. Can I do this without? There's a little bit of old markings on it, and there's some tears over there, and I don't know, something about that I find really charming. And so I stitched that on, and then I really like this backing fabric. I thought it was really pretty, so I mounted it onto that and then just put it in a frame that I used some chalk paint to paint gray, just so it can just, there you can see the colors that way. I think it's really pretty. So I have in mind to have a little giveaway, and this would be one of the prizes. Let me know if you think that would be a fun thing to win. I have some other things I'll be giving away as well after Yarndale and after I get home and everything settles down a little bit. The lovely people at DMC Embroidery got in touch and asked if they could send me some embroidery threads. And I love the DMC color range, and I love their embroidery thread. It's beautiful, and they sent me just an autumn palette of gorgeousness. Look at all those colors. There's more in my basket, but I can't get it all in my hand. Isn't that lovely? Look at the jewel tones, aren't they? Look at that, the purples and the kind of wine colors. There's a red. They are running on their website, it's like 1,000 pattern projects to celebrate their big birthday. Are they 270 years old or something outrageous? They're releasing free patterns every week, free on their website, and a gorgeous range of them. Everything from really kind of classical flowers and foliage and nature things to really funky modern designs and fun phrases and goofy characters. It is perfect for anyone who is an experienced embroiderer. They could do an advanced pattern, or a beginner. You're just spoiled for choice there. It's fabulous. So I highly recommend going to their website, details here, and choosing something fun and giving it a go. And I was really inspired by those colors, and when I was gardening today, I was planting out some things for autumn and winter. I just started noticing things around my garden that just happened to perfectly match some of these colors. So there's some berries, and this is the jasmine that's flowering. And what else do we have here? We have, it's a bit fading now. Oh, the yellow. And even the fern is now kind of curling up, but I have a beautiful ferny green. Did I get this one? Oh, and finally there was, well, everything's a bit wilting, but look, there's like a wine color to go with the Virginia creeper. So with all these things in my garden, and it's just in my little garden, let alone going for a walk in the countryside, you'd find all sorts of things in all different colors, but that got my head going about getting a little embroidery pattern going, and I have doodled so far, just scribbled down just a little love heart, and to do it with all different flora of autumn. So watch this space. I think I'm going to host a little stitch along again. I know I did the herb tutorials, the separate videos you can find here, stitch tutorials. I don't know if I'd do a step-by-step tutorial thing, because I kind of just want to make this fun using simple stitches we all already know. Perhaps all the ones I've used before for the herb embroidery, showing you how you can use them with different colors and different combinations for a little heart. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week and next week, and after Yarndale I'll show all the yarn and all those things, but then I think maybe I'll have a pattern that I can share with you and list the different colors. You could use colors you have in your stash. You could use whatever colors you want always. It'd be nice to do the whole thing in like cream or something. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, especially if you're having RSI like I am. It's a good way of staying creative and staying crafty, but resting your arm a little bit. Finally, what's happening at home? So the great thing with autumn is when you get all your jumpers and sweaters out and start wearing those, but then you get the jeans out. And I'm so used to wearing summer dresses and little leggings and things. I call it the jean jump. When you go to put a pair of jeans on after the summer of not being in jeans, like trying to pull them up, you just end up hopping around, pulling them up. They're going to fit. They did fit, but a lot of jumping. In the autumn, I get the slow cooker out, and one of my favorite things to do, I call it my righteous broth. When I'm cooking, this is very frugal, this is very chefy. When I'm cooking, I chop carrots and onions and everything, and I always keep the scraps, for lack of a better word, the decent scraps, like the tops and the tails of carrots and the ends of the onion. I never chop the onion all the way. I just leave a bit, and I put all of that in a big freezer bag. And if I have leeks and peppers and courgettes and everything, anything that there's ends of and bits of, I put in this freezer bag. Once the freezer bag is full, I dump it all into the slow cooker with some water and cook it overnight. If we have a chicken, I'll take the chicken carcass and put it in there. But if you're vegetarian, you could just use all the vegetables. It's all the same. It's fine. but then you put the slow cooker on overnight and just leave it. And I know everybody's made, vegetable stock and chicken stock homemade on the stove top in a big pot, but nothing is like this overnight slow cooker broth. It is amazing. It is rich, deep golden color, and it smells outrageously good. And it's so nourishing because it's literally sucked every last little nutrient out of these bits and pieces. And I call it righteous broth because I feel righteous when I serve it to my family, because they are getting the goodness of everything, and it's cost nothing extra because I'm just using the scraps. So that's my tip of the week. Do a righteous broth. You can use it all straight away. You can put some in the freezer, anything. And it's good going into the cold and flu season. Okay, it's nearly my bedtime. I need my hot chocolate. And tomorrow I'm hitting the ground running, and I'm going to get stuff done, get things out of the way, and get it all wrapped up so I can go to Yarndale. If you're going to Yarndale, let me know below, or let me know on Instagram. I'll be hanging out the Woolly Mahusive stand with Andrea, who runs Woolly Mahusive, the giant yarn, and my friend Sarah of Annaboo's house, so come by and say hi. And I hope to meet lots of people there. I'm so excited. Of course I'm going to get yarn, but I think this year I'm more excited about just seeing everybody and meeting everybody. So I'll be back soon after next weekend so I can show you what I got and chat about what's new and what's interesting, and if there's patterns in yarns and trends and things. So yippee! Have a great couple of weeks, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye! There's something about embroidery floss that's just so exciting. That sounds ridiculous. Oh God, get a life.